Chapter 10. Riverbend Warriors 6, Eastland Wolverines 4. That told part of the story. The story behind the story was that just prior to the game, Milt learned that Tim wouldn't be coming. He had been rushed back to the hospital with a severe headache. He bled some from his nose, his worried father told Milt. If it's a nosebleed, which he gets from time to time, that's fine. But with his accident and the headache, they want to be sure. The boys would notice Tim missing, so Milt told them what had happened. Milt thought he'd have to give them a pep talk to perk them up, but Shoot Larry Shoot took care of that for him. "Sounds like a good night to win for Tim," Larry said to the hushed locker room. "He won't have a headache when he hears we won." There was a primeval rhythm and resonance to the chanted cheer that night as they burst up the ramp ready, willing, and more able than ever to do battle. The team's most valuable player award was another part of the story that night. The coaches didn't have to fudge the figures. Shoot Larry Shoot was the clear winner. All game long, Larry passed every time he had the puck, except once. Early in the third period, with his parents frantic because their superstar son hadn't made one shot on goal, Larry found himself just to the side of Eastland's goalie when Roberto passed him the puck. Larry had a clear shot and scored. His parents went wild with joy. Seeing his chance and knowing that parental pressure could cause problems with Larry's new style, Milt left the bench and walked over to where Larry's parents were. "Great goal," he said. "Did you notice that Larry's playing a new strategy designed to help him score more goals? The idea is for him to pass unless he has a sure thing. That way we fool the other team. They expect him to pass, so when he shoots, they're caught off guard. His goals scored to shots taken ratio will go soaring. I wouldn't be surprised if he scores 2 or 3 times as many goals now." 2 or 3 times as many goals. The parents' eyes glazed over at the prospect. Later that period, Milt Gorman heard 2 familiar voices yelling out, "Pass, Larry, pass." The big score of the game, however, came after the last whistle had been blown. "Coach, you're doing a fantastic job," Jose Montero's father said to Milt Gorman as the boys headed to the locker room. "All of a sudden, they're playing like a team." "Alan Foster's responsible for all that," Milt started to explain, but before he could mention Weatherby, Mr. Montero turned, clasped Alan firmly by his elbow, and led him away, saying, "Mr. Foster, I'd like a word with you." "Certainly," said Alan, quickly trying to recall all the conversations he had had with Jose and what might be the problem. "Teamwork," Mr. Montero was saying. "We need better teams, and I think you're just the man to do it. How much would you charge for helping us?" "Excuse me, help how?" asked Alan. "Teamwork, of course. My company needs you, Mr. Foster. I'll pay whatever is fair. You come out for an hour or 2 and tell us what to do." "I'm sorry, Mr. Montero, I've never done that," said Alan. "Well, you do now. Name your price." "I don't know, really." "How about—" Mr. Montero leaned over and quietly whispered a figure to Alan that was about what he had been paid weekly at his last job. "For a couple of hours," Alan whispered back. "Some morning." "That's way too much," said Alan. "I won't take no for an answer." "I can't," said Alan. "Of course you can. Look, here's the deal. You come and help us, and if I don't think you're worth every penny of it, I won't pay you. Now will you come?" "I'll have to think about it." "Fine, here's my card. Call me Monday. And say yes. My company needs some of the team magic you've created here." "But IV had lots of help. It isn't just me," said Alan. "Of course it isn't," said Mr. Montero. "I wouldn't expect a team expert like you to do it all on your own." When Alan phoned Weatherby with the score, he told her about Mr. Montero's offer. "Crazy, isn't it?" "Not at all, Alan. But even if I could do it with all you've taught me, the money is way too much. First of all, it's not what I've taught you. It's what you've learned that counts. From me, the boys, the other coaches, and the books you've been reading. Most of your learning has come from your own experience both at work and with the team. Experience is the best teacher of all. You've become a knowledgeable person, and that knowledge has helped take the team to a whole different level. It's just as we talked about Thursday night. Even if you left, the team isn't going to slide all the way back. That's why winning organizations and winning teams are continually learning. All you need to do now is go out and share what you've learned with others. You'll be a fabulous teacher, Alan." "But it's too much money." "Fiddlesticks. If you help Montero create teamwork, I bet those new teams can make back your fee and extra profits in 7 days. A 1-week payback is a good financial investment." "I don't even have the 4th key," he protested. "You do. You just don't know it," she teased. "Come Tuesday, you'll know it." On Sunday, Alan drove over to see Weatherby and brought along a printout of his computer notes. He dreaded the thought of making a 2-hour presentation on teamwork. On the other hand, working with the team, teaching, and helping others be successful was the most fun he could remember. If he could do it for a living, that would be the best job in the world. Weatherby reviewed his notes and gave him the same advice that Susan had. You have lots of good material here, Alan. Best of all, you really understand what it means. I've watched you with the boys. You're a natural teacher. And one more thing. Believe it or not, you're a hero and inspiration. People want to be part of a great team. They want to build great teams. You're living proof that it can be done, and no offense intended, but if a guy like you, who has been fired for not being a team player, can pull it off, that's proof they can, too. I say go for it. So Alan went for it. On Tuesday, Alan would learn the fourth key. On Wednesday morning at 10, all 372 employees at Montero Enterprises would be gathered to hear him speak on teamwork. Alan had tried to delay his talk a couple of weeks, but Mr. Montero was adamant. He wanted Alan now.